Coffee Hour. Welcome to Coffee with our morning host. We broadcast a host of programs like current topics, newspaper headlines, and music on Radio Sri Lanka. Tune in every weekday from 7 to 8 a.m.
Well, yes, indeed. You are tuned to the Coffee Hour, and the time right now is 7:17. A very good morning to you, and now it's time for a really interesting interview as well as a very informative one, and I now hand it over to my friend and colleague Sharifa Tahir. Over to you, Sharifa.
Thank you very much, Darshan, and a very good morning to you indeed. It's the Coffee Hour, and today on Coffee Hour we're going to talk about a vibrant and colourful festival which is held in Sri Lanka. That's the Duruthu Perahara. So before we get into the topic, let me introduce our guest who is here with us this morning, Dr. Saman Weerasinghe, former ambassador to the Russian Federation and the current president of the Kalaniya Dayaka Sabha, and he's also attached to the Russia-Sri Lanka Friendship Society as well. A very good morning to you, Doctor.
Very good morning.
And we are honored to have you here this morning.
Thank you.
And it is the Coffee Hour. So today, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the Kalaniya. We're going to talk about the Duruthu Perahara, which is also considered as one of the most important Peraharas and also very vibrant and colorful, and it is to commemorate the Buddha's first visit to the island nation. So, Dr. Saman, you're a doctor by profession, diplomat, and a leading businessman in the country. But today you're here to represent as the president of the Kalaniya Dayaka Sabha of the Kalaniya Royal Temple. So can you please explain the history of the Duruthu Perahara to start things off, Doctor?
This Perahara established, I could remember the exact date, but traditionally every year, beginning of the year, January, this event is happening in Kalaniya Royal Temple. So this year we have organized this Perahara, and of course this year we have done a great job last 2.5 months to organize this event, and the Mahaperahara will be day after tomorrow. And we have this time more than 50 dancing groups, and they will demonstrate the cultural heritage of our country, of course, and the same time more than 25 elephants are participating in this Perahara this time. It's also quite big number, and I think this will be a beautiful event.
Exactly. So those are some of the significant items or significant significance of this year's Duruthu Perahara, isn't it?
Yes. These, I think, maybe the dancing troops and these cultural items are more than 50 items. So this is a very big amount. Yeah. And elephants is another fact, because this time 25 elephants are participating for this Perahara.
And Doctor, can you also explain to our listeners the support you get from the people to make this event a success?
Of course, we have received donations from private sector companies and from government agencies, and of course private donations, and we spent more than 13 million rupees for this event this year.
And after you were appointed as the president of Dayaka Sabha, what kind of collaboration did you develop at the temple?
As a team with other representatives and other officers, so we have totally repaired, reconstructed so many areas in temple, and especially we have implemented lighting system in Bodhi area and new Pahangweta. Also we have constructed, and so many other things happened. There's repairs and all these things, and now we are planning to do the next job from the entrance to lay out the tiles and lighting system. I think maybe within this year we will complete that part also.
There's a lot in plan.
Yeah. So, but we have done a lot also. So last 2 years, and of course 2 years we did not do anything because due to this corona situation. But last 2 years, these things we implemented there.
How is the response from the people so far, Doctor, in terms of the Perahera and also...
So big amount of people, the people means there were so many, the day before yesterday also there was an event, so people from the Kalaniya, this place and from other cities even, they are coming to see this Perahera and all these events, and so we can see they have increased the number of people who are coming to see these events in Cali.
Interesting to see many people come, because I think there was a lapse of a few years because of what we were going through in terms of lockdowns.
Lockdown, yes.
So it's a major comeback, I'd say, with, as you mentioned, Doctor, that we have a huge number of dancing troops. So if you may mention, like, who is participating in terms of the dancing troops, and,
These are from different parts of the country. So, and then we invited them. So now they came to the temple and they are staying there these 3 days, and they are going to give their performances during these 3 days. So this is from different part of the country. So these people are coming. Yes.
So Doctor, how long does this whole process take to plan and to implement?
It is almost 3 months before started the first meeting, and now you can see already 3 months. Yes, more than 3 months even. So because this is a very big process, because thousands of people are coming, so we have to think about everything. We have to think about this, who are coming to see this Perahera, and organizing things, food and all these things. And now even it is very difficult to organize this type of event in our country. You can understand what I mean, because it is a very expensive thing. So 13 million rupees we already spent. I think maybe another 2-3 million we need to complete whole process.
Exactly, and it's a lot of hard work, and there's so many people involved.
Yes. This is Dayaga Sabha, then the development, this committee, and so many people. So this is a effort of the teamwork, I can see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So can we also talk about the foreign attraction towards so many tourists now. The tourist arrivals have gone up, so that's why tourists also from different countries, they are coming. So day after tomorrow the biggest event, so many embassies will participate, and of course foreigners also will come to see this beautiful pageant. Exactly, and I think having pageants of this nature will kind of give the foreigners an idea as to when to visit the country, because it's very extravagant and it's beautiful, bright and colorful, as we mentioned before. So, Doctor, being a diplomat and a former Sri Lankan ambassador to Russia, you have a very good relationship with the country. And can you please explain to our listeners on how where the Sri Lanka-Russia relationship stands?
We are maintaining very good foreign relationship, very good bilateral relations with Russian Federation, and I can say that our cultural, economical, and trade relations, everything are on high level. Especially, now ongoing war is there with Ukraine. So this position also we have we have maintained our neutral policy, foreign policy. So that's why we did not vote against Russia or for Russia. So we always absent from the main events in UNO even. So that is a good thing, because Russia as a friend, they helped us so many times in our critical situation in our country. So that's why I think this balance foreign policy is a very good thing to maintain our good relationship with Russian Federation.
We'll get to more talking about bilateral relationships and all that, but let's have some music on the show. Over to Darshan. You're listening to Radio Sri Lanka, and we've been talking about the Duruthu Perahera, and also we are in conversation about the connection we have with Russia, because we do have a diplomat in the studio, the former ambassador. So let's also talk about, Doctor, about the future development you see in terms of strengthening the relationship between Russia and Sri Lanka.
So now the main problem now we are facing with the Russian Federation, that the Western countries has imposed some sanctions. So due to this sanction pressure, so the exports from Sri Lanka and the commercial activities have gone down. So now around not exceed $300 million US. This is the turnover. So this is a big problem for Sri Lanka, because we did not recognize ruble as a currency in Sri Lanka. We did not do that. So like India they have done that. They use ruble rupee transactions. So they have bilateral financial agreement with Russian Federation. So Russian ruble is converting in India. So that's why the trade turnover now almost more than 20 billion with India, but we did not recognize this ruble rupee thing. So that's why we are getting a very big problem with Russian Federation to do the exports and get back our money in US dollar terms. So that's why now people are using the Chinese yuan and so many ways to remit back the money to the country. So this is one problem. The second thing, of course, we have to use this situation now to benefit to our country. So we can import so many things from Russia cheaper than before. So this is a important thing, but we are still not using these opportunities also, I can see.
Which is sad. Yeah,
which is sad, of course. It is sad. The turnover 300 million is this compared to this type of big country and big trade, it is nothing. So we can see. So even not exceeding $1 billion. So that's why the government should, of course, concentrate to this thing more seriously, so we can get more benefit from Russia. So I think maybe this thing should implement this process.
Exactly, and also from a businessman's perspective, Doctor, can you explain the direction that we're heading to, or how should we move forward, the country?
We need, of course, diversified economy. So you can see now to make something in Sri Lanka in export, it's a very big task for a company, because electricity and all these things are tariffs are going up, and compared to the other Asian countries. So in Sri Lanka, I think maybe first 2-3 countries we are also in that list. So if we need this to make some good in Sri Lanka and pay these now VAT also imposed and all these things, and our products are not really, we can't export this to the world market and sell, because from Bangladesh, from India, the same things are coming in very little price. So this is a big problem for Sri Lankan exporters and who are doing some exports to other countries. And the same time,
competition.
This competition is very big now in the world market. And the same time, so many markets now, European markets even, they don't want to buy things, very expensive things, because the economic situation in these countries are also not in good position. Bad situation. So that's why we are getting very big problem those days in Sri Lanka to survive. So I heard that more than 200,000 SMEs and middle business already closed in Sri Lanka. So that's why this is a very dangerous situation I can see, because people are losing their jobs and social security. So this is a big problem. And at the same time, everything going up. We need for the manufacturing or exporting these all the materials, everything going up because of this VAT imposing and all these things. So that's why this is a crucial situation I can say now we are facing. Still, I think maybe we are on the way for that situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what is the way forward in terms of people who wants to be an entrepreneur, maybe like, do some SMEs and exports and all that? What is the way forward?
Because for me, I can't say, because the government policy. So you can see now it is almost the collecting the taxes and all these things to everywhere. So it does not work. So you go to you see the India. Why we are importing these things from India, some agriculture and all these products, because the thing, they are banks, they are government agencies, they are subsidizing all this agriculture sector. So what we can see here, so it is even we are not giving anything properly to the business community to grow up. So that is a very bad situation. You compare to any country in Asian region. So everywhere exports are now rapid development is there. But the problem is when you impose all these things, the things are very expensive in Sri Lanka. So that's why this problem. So that's why our economic model, even productive economy, this model can't work in Sri Lanka because of these basic things. That is the problem. But I can see the tourist arrivals. If we are going to do in that direction, so we can bring more money to Sri Lanka, US dollars and other currencies. And plus, of course, we need to get down to the country more funds. So investment also difficult for Sri Lanka to get down because of our system. This should be changed totally to get down. You go to other neighbor country, you can invest there without any problem. But here all barriers are there, from bank to BOI. Everywhere you are getting a problem. So because these policies should change. So then the people, of course, people will invest here, foreigners.
Exactly. And I think our main target right now is promoting the country.
Yeah.
Overseas, and also to bring in people to the country, because that's kind of like the hope we have in terms of earning foreign currencies, and that in turn would also expand local businesses as well, because when they come down and we can also have the people in the rural areas.
Of course, it will promote the rural business, and people can have some money. Because these tourists are coming and they are using rupees to buy food and going excursions and so many things. So that is good. So that's why I told that the one of the way to get down more tourists to Sri Lanka. So.
Exactly. So, Doctor, as a final, can we also touch once again on what's happening in Kelaniya, and we can give an invitation to the people out there.
So, of course, I think maybe tomorrow we have our final day. Mm-hmm. So, tomorrow all these events will happen. So, I think maybe not only Kelaniya, so out region people also can come and participate and see, because everything open there. So, no restriction. Anybody can come and see. And I think maybe this is a very beautiful event. And I invite everybody to come and see this beautiful event tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for being a part of the Coffee Hour, and for also giving us an insight as to where we stand and what we should be doing in terms of a country as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
We had the former ambassador to the Russian Federation and the current president of the Kelaniya Dayaka Sabha, Dr. Saman Weerasinghe, on Coffee Hour.